Findings are startling. 1 year after Langata Road Primary School, something like 83% of our schools remain untitled and unprotected from grabbing. 4,100 schools continue to have complaints of encroachment, of grabbing by third parties and private developers or white-collar thieves. And our schools continue to be the scene of a very intense scramble for public land. We know from the government, the Ministry of Lands, that they are on the verge of a titling program. We urge them to move very quickly to ensure that all our schools are titled. There are 29,000 primary and secondary schools across this republic, and all of them require the protection of Kenyans and Kenyan law. As recently as a month ago, we saw right in the capital city of Nairobi the equivalent of Langata Road Primary School about to play out again. Lavington Primary was about to lose 2 acres of a plot of land that has been a school for 51 years. That school was originally built by pilots from the East African Airlines, and it became a public school somewhere in the early 70s. And that heritage was about to pass into the hands of a single company that claimed that they had documents to the effect that they had the title to that school. So we are concerned. We are calling on the government to take action as quickly as possible. We are also calling on parents and communities out there to ensure that they do not allow something that is as precious as a school to be taken by a third party, whether it be for commercial interest or for encroachment for low-cost housing. It's really important, given their commitments to basic education, to the Sustainable Development Goals, and to our Constitution, that we protect public land, not just in our schools, but in our dispensaries, in our prisons, in our police stations, because all of them are affected by this case. Thank you.
I'm Odima from the National Land Commission. The Commission is currently in the process of preparing titles for 2,400 schools. We have a deadline in January that we aim to achieve by the end of January. We should be able to issue titles for those 2,400 schools. The issuing of titles is a continuous process. It is not something that will end there. As we issue the first batch of titles, we are continuing to prepare the other titles for other schools across the country. So the National Land Commission is committed to this program, the Irungu initiative, to issue the schools with title deeds.
How many schools have you given title deeds to when President Houghton has directed?
I don't have the exact number right now, because it is done in different regions. So if Mombasa has issued a title deed and Kisumu and Thika has issued, I would not know until we get the returns from those registries.
How difficult is it to ascertain the true ownership of land, especially public school land? You mentioned the registration of land sometimes under the name of individuals.
Yes, it is not difficult to ascertain. What we do is we do what is called an official search to find out the status of that land that the school says it wants. So it is not a difficult thing to ascertain the ownership or the status of registration of the piece of land.
You can add just in terms of the actions that we've seen over 2015. So it's really, we're 365 days away from the anniversary of the Langata Road Primary School reclamation. And we have seen a number of actions, both by citizens and by the state. We've seen communities essentially knocking down walls. We've seen communities also ensuring that property is not built on school land. But we've also seen government taking actions to revoke titles. There are cases, we are looking forward to seeing the outcome of the declaration by the County of Nairobi Governor that he will take action and prosecute anybody that was involved in the Nairobi Primary School action, and also the Lavington Primary School grab that was attempted on December the 19th. So we look forward to seeing the outcome of that. And I think one of the follow-up stories that the press can take on is really for all those declarations that have been made in terms of prosecution, how much has really happened. Because what we know that is behind really the loss of our public land is collusion between public officials and third parties. And until we see some stern action taken in terms of legal action against them, we will not see the kind of security that we require in the Republic for our schools. So on this basis, we invite you to continue writing stories and continue telling stories. And we also ask communities that are listening to us through your medium to continue being vigilant and to take action. We would have seen the same thing that we saw 1 year ago in Langata if the community of Lavington Primary School had not actually taken swift action to make sure that no wall went up on their property. Thank you very much. We're going to invite you to come to Lavington Primary School. The optics will be much better and we can do more interviews there. Thank you. To make sure we collect the right microphones, otherwise give back to the office.